take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drip. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog, I'm a beast, and I cannot be tamed. I don't do it for fame, it's the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't break from the sticks and stones, they through. Anything that you can do, I can do it better than you. No matter what I do, achieve, still got something to prove. I spent the check on the diamond cross, but still ain't paid my dues. Gotta be number one, number two never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got enough juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Won't fall again, and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drip. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here.
Today, from AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys taking on Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Atlanta Falcons. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Elliott, the ball carrier.
The numbers for Zeke from last week. 22 carries, 96 yards.
Well, they set a nice tone in Week 1. He's among the leading rushers in the league. I think that they continue to feed him the football and continue to establish the running game so they can get the play action and throw the ball deep later on.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Prescott looking deep in the direct. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, The second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Falcons, nothing. Zerline to kick off for Dallas.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
The Falcons take over first and 10.
Atlanta takes the field. Their offensive leader, of course, Matt Ryan, the former Boston College Eagle.
This past offseason was one where the Atlanta organization continued to build around their quarterback, Matt Ryan, because he can still throw the rock. 5th in the NFL in passing yards last year with better than 4,400. He's a guy who knows how to get the ball to his guys on the perimeter and take care of it even when he's under duress in the pocket. Sacked 48 times last year.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. The numbers on the ground for Gurley last week. 14 carries, 56 yards, and a touchdown.
And to me, the goal is the exact same thing as last week. Get him the ball early and often. I think he's got another big game in him in this one.
Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And the Cowboys have recovered. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Not even 2 minutes into this football game, already we've had 2 scores.
You know how much I like to read about teams of old, right? The teams of yesteryear. There were some teams that were known as the point-a-minute teams. Well, obviously in a 60-minute game, that's 60-plus points. But 2 touchdowns in the first 2 minutes? My calculator doesn't operate that well.
And now on the other side, they better wake up. They haven't even gotten off the bus yet.
Zerline to kick off for Dallas.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now here come the Falcons again. Get set for their next offensive drive. Yeah, the Seattle Seahawks were their week 1 opponent, Charles, and Seattle came into Atlanta, got the 38-25 victory. So now the Falcons coming off back-to-back losing seasons in 2020, not off to a promising start, but the offense was able to move the ball. I mean, Matt Ryan threw for 450 yards, the second highest total of his career, although I guess, CD, you could probably say that some of those came when they were down by multiple scores.
And that's how it works. You know, you end up having a team get out ahead of you. You have to throw the ball to cut the deficit. They did that to stay competitive, and they have a good quarterback in Matt Ryan and able to get that done. But this is a team.
Ryan hit, and he lost the football. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
We're always talking about the athleticism we see from these guys on the field. How about the intelligence as well? He recognized that there was a screen pass on that one, broke off his pass rush, and got back to tackle the running back. That's great scouting and great reaction.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And off his back foot, he'll heave this one deep. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
An eligible receiver downfield. Offense.
A costly penalty there. A lineman got downfield, and for the moment, that cost him 6 points. Prescott now on 2nd down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. And as a first rounder, a lot of eyes on him, a lot of expectations.
And he has to play well in his rookie year. Those days of coddling guys and bringing them along slowly, those days are long gone. When you're drafted in the 1st round, they expect you to play right away. In the community's eyes and fan base, they'll be on you the entire way.
They added a lot of talent to a roster that really needed an infusion of youth. They got a very good infusion of youth.
And they didn't really reach to get anyone as well. They stuck to their draft philosophy, got the best players they could at the time they were drafting, and inserted them into their lineup.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They go for it on 4th down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the 1st quarter. So and he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Now Mike McCarthy saying, let's go for 2. Prescott from the gun. And he's got it. So they try for 2, successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Now Ryan on 1st down. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the 1st half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the 2nd half.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. And no, it falls incomplete. So the two-point conversion, no good.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And Gurley fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dak Prescott doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Cowboys add on. This offense certainly looking a lot more comfortable here at home. They lost last week in the opener on the road, but there's something about that home opener makes you feel more settled.
Yeah, I wish we could quantify it, too, because you're playing the same game. The field's the same, size. We know all of that. But being at home, sometimes when you do things well, you get that extra push from your home fans, and it elevates your game.
And in the driver's seat right now. So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
Todd Gurley and the offense, they get set and trot back out there now. He's got to clear his mind a little bit right now. 1 carry, and that carry was a lost fumble.
Clear his mind, clear his hands, and just let this one go. Sometimes it happens. You drop the ball, got a full game ahead of him, hand it to him again, see if they can start to produce.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And he coughed it up. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after they assess the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down. Oh, boy.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
Dancing to his left. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And this offense continues to pour it on. Now, 1st quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing And that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, they're stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
Now Mike McCarthy's saying, let's go for two. Oh, look at this. They're not even going to get the two-point play off. Maybe too much indecision. It's going to cost him 5 yards.
What was that run?
That's going to set him back 5 yards. The Cowboys offense will stay out there as they'll go for two. To throw is Prescott. And this is going to be caught. I'm not sure about the need to go for two, but they get it and extend this lead out even further. And, of course, on the two-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Greg Zuerlein to kick off for Dallas.
Yeah. After the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Now this one into the hands of the tight end, Hayden Hurst. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. On first down, it's Gurley. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Ryan's throw caught by Jones. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 45-yard line. A first catch there for the NFL's leading receiver in Week 1 in terms of yardage. Also a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Gurley now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that?
Ryan hit, and he lost the football. escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity. One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning.